Hey everyone, Marlon Fan 95 here, another Transformers 4 discussion, and this is the Halloween edition. Happy Halloween everyone out there. I hope you younger fans are going to enjoy yourselves getting some candy and dress up as your favorite Transformers character. We got a little bit of news to talk about today, and then I'm going to kind of go into a recap of what's been happening in the filming so far. So for the bit of news, Michael Bay had an interview with a Chinese news outlet, and he talked a little bit about the filming in Hong Kong and kind of like how that is going to have an effect in the movie. And interesting to note that it says that Bay managed to get 30 to 35 minutes of what will be a 2-hour blockbuster, including a Hong Kong set in Detroit that he blew up. This means that most likely maybe that final climax in Hong Kong and China is going to be about a half hour to maybe 40-45 minutes, which is going to be a bit shorter than Dark of the Moon, and which is kind of matches up right because Bay said this will be a shorter movie. It will probably be closer to 2 hours rather than about 2.5 hours, which kind of seems to be the norm lately for Bay's Transformers movies. So probably a shorter climax battle, shorter movie overall, kind of more compact and less fill-in spaces, because that would kind of work out, because Dark of the Moon, it had a lot of random human filler that wasn't needed, especially the whole thing about Sam getting a job and everything. It could have been condensed a lot more and made it a nice shorter movie. I mean, I would love for Transformers movies to be 4 hours long, but for the average moviegoer, it would probably kind of lose their interest in stuff. So I think 2 hours is a good time limit. It's probably going to be about 2 hours and 10 minutes, according to what Bay said a while back. But about a half hour to 35 minutes of footage is going to be used from the Hong Kong filming and the Detroit Hong Kong filming. So climax battle will be taking place in Hong Kong, and also they will be moving on to China for a week, and then filming will be completely completed. That does kind of make completely completed. And then it says Michael Bay said it took about 9 months for him to work out filming in Hong Kong. I guess he had to go through a lot about the government and their regulations and everything. So it took about 9 months to get everything all set up and everything. I mean, that's a pretty long time, but I guess it shows how much they want to include Hong Kong into the whole story of Dark of the Moon. I mean, not Dark of the Moon, of Age of Extinction. And they said that it does have to, that where they are in Hong Kong does actually have to do with the storyline, and apparently it's not just kind of thrown in there that they happen to be in Hong Kong. They are actually, Hong Kong actually has a big part of the story, it seems like. It's not just kind of thrown in to say, hey, let's just have the final battle in Hong Kong, kind of like what was done with Chicago and Dark of the Moon. There was really no reason for Chicago to be the climatic spot for Dark of the Moon. In the first movie, Mission City was kind of set to be, because of Hoover Dam and everything. It was kind of the closer location. And in Revenge of the Fallen, it actually had a reason as well to be in Egypt and the Middle East. But Dark of the Moon, Chicago was just kind of random. It's just like, all right, let's do this in Chicago. So it seems like in Age of Extinction, Hong Kong will have an actual. There will be a reason why Hong Kong is where the characters and the Transformers are. And remember, you have that sword, and Mark Wahlberg carrying that, and Jack Rayner. Is that gonna have something to do with the location? Only time will tell. So to go into the recap, I want to talk about, it's just, I'm going to be talking about everything pretty much that we know so far. And hopefully your reaction looked a little something like this. A classic picture. So, I promise I won't do that again. That again, or will I? We'll see. Hopefully that scared you. So anyway, to get into the recap, the human story involved. How does Mark Wahlberg and Nicola Peltz and Jack Rayner all get swept up into this Transformers War. I mean, you had Sam Witwicky and Michaela Baines and Carly, and they were all kind of thrust into this for their specific reasons throughout the three movies. So why are these certain human characters going to be centered around the Transformers, and why will Sam be gone? I'm guessing that Sam will be gone because Optimus probably told Bumblebee, hey, we have to leave so that we can protect him. That probably means that the Transformers might be in hiding, so they're going to be away from Sam. They don't want him to be involved with the Autobots, so that he won't be charged as being associated with them. And Nest, it seems like Nest is gone. Nest does not exist anymore. We have not seen any Nest soldiers in any type of filming so far. We have seen some Special Forces units in the recent filming, but they were only just kind of standing around when Optimus was doing that apparent speech to Mark Wahlberg that, spoilers, I do not want to go into, and I still have not seen them yet, and I'm hoping it stays that way. But there were some Special Forces units there. We haven't seen them in action, so we don't know, are they going to have any type of part in Transformers 4 and the Hong Kong battle, or are they just kind of going to show up at the end saying, yeah, alright, we won, woo! But there is no Nest. It seems like there's a lot less human involvement in this movie, and it's just going to be that main core cast of Mark Wahlberg, Nicola Peltz, Jack Rayner, Sophia Myles, and Stanley Tucci, and a little bit of Li Bingbing as well, plus the human villains. I know that kind of sounds like a lot when I'm listing them, but it is actually going to be a lot less, I think, than the past three movies when you have all of the military and everything. I think there's going to be a lot less military involvement. And Mark Wahlberg's sword, how does he get this? Does he develop this? Does he find it somewhere? It's interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to find out how he gets a hold of this. Do the Autobots end up giving it to him? And what's in that black bag? It could be anything. It could be associated with the sword. It could be something different. But it's definitely going to have to. It's going to be something big to do with the plot and the storyline, due to the fact that it's been seen throughout all of the Hong Kong filming and the Detroit filming, which represents Hong Kong. So that sword and that bag, it's something big and humongous, and it's going to be the main plot point, probably, of the movie. And also, Jack Rayner, his character is a race car driver, and it seems like his car is the Chevy Sonic Transformer. Now, the Chevy Sonic was only seen in the Texas filming, so what happens to him? I don't think that he's going to be killed off, because just the way it looks and the way that it's with the human characters in the Texas filming, it seems like it might be the new Bumblebee in a way. It might be the new, like, cute and cuddly character that people relate to. I don't think they would kill off an Autobot like that, so what I think is that Chevy Sonic later reformats into the white Camaro that was seen. Names, still not sure yet, but I think there's a possibility of it being Cliff Jumper. That's just my personal guess. I just kind of have that feeling that it might be Cliff Jumper. But I think the Chevy Sonic does reformat into the Chevy Camaro. Now, Jack Rayner being a race car driver, what effect is that going to have on the story? Is that going to be any type of major plot point, or is that just kind of thrown in the side that he's a race car driver? And maybe that can be thrown into the mix of Mark Wahlberg's character doesn't want his daughter dating a race car driver because it's dangerous and, all that type of stuff. So, Evan, the Chevy Sonic, is it always Jack Rayner's race car, or does it scan Jack Rayner's race car and later Jack Rayner ends up racing the Transformer, even though he doesn't know it? Does he know it's a Transformer all this while? A lot of questions to be thrown around. Also, Epps and Lennox are not going to be in this movie. I don't even think they're going to be having any cameos, so I really do hope that they are at least referenced, and that goes with Sam and Carly as well, and even Michaela, I think, needs to be referenced to a certain extent. But I hope the reference to at least Sam is a little bit more than what was done with Michaela in Transformers 3. I hope maybe they have like a discussion about Sam, or Optimus has some type of talk with Bumblebee saying to not, be upset that he can't see Sam because it's for the best of him. Something like that. And I hope that is included, and I think it will be included. And also, like I said, the Autobots, are they in hiding? I'm fairly certain they are in hiding now. And I do think that the rusty truck is going to be Optimus Prime. And remember, Bumblebee does have that old Camaro form as well. I think they are going to be in hiding at the beginning of the movie, and maybe they will be in hiding at the end of the movie as well. That'd be kind of an interesting twist to move on to Transformers 5, and to kind of leave it open to what happens to the Autobots. Maybe they win a battle again, and maybe they're still not accepted by the humans. So it all goes back to just the humans are not necessarily fans of the Autobots, even though they are the good guys. And maybe that could even end up being thought of even after they save the world again. Humans in these movies tend to think that all Transformers just need to leave Earth. So, my opinions on that. And why China and why Hong Kong? Like I said before, Bay said that it does have a specific reason why they are there. What is there is maybe Kelsey Grammer's villain have his headquarters there, but there is going to be a specific reason. And also, returning Autobots, so far we only know of Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Transformers like Dino and Sideswipe are up in the air right now. Are they going to come back? It doesn't seem like it. Dino's car was supposedly spotted where the cars were being shipped, but according to Alex Yu, there was apparently some type of large car show that was happening, so that might not have actually been Dino. It might have just been a random Ferrari that was being transported there, so only time will tell on that as well. A lot of speculation going on. And that will just about do it. Just, a big main recap of everything we pretty much know so far, just the basic facts. And hopefully we will be getting that trailer soon. I can't wait until we finally eventually get one, and maybe get some renders of some of the Autobots. I doubt we'll be seeing any Decepticons anytime soon, if at all, until the trailer is released. Probably not even the teaser trailer, but even the theatrical trailer, it might be our first glimpse. So a lot of stuff's going to be happening in the coming months. This is when we're going to start seeing a lot of promotional stuff. Now that filming is going to be over in about a week, when they wrap in China, core cast is done filming, and now it's just kind of like probably the secondary stuff is my guess. So that will do it for this Transformers 4 discussion. I am Marlon Fan 1995, and I will see you again next time.